The barefoot bandit was easily caught by police. Detectives reported that once he made his way through the broken glass of the storefront, they easily traced his bloody footprints to his hideout. As they came upon the young man, he fell to his knees and held his bloody feet in the air,
all of the
screaming,
guns and
"Please,
violence
dear Lord,
today,
help me, the
we need a
pain,
toy
the
for the
pain."
kids that won't blow them away. He's got a ponytail and he...
We have a live one, all set.
Pull it together, folks. 10 seconds.
Catch you on the flap side.
Check submarine, please.
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
7 WEOB, The Asylum.
Hey there, I'm Cookie Masterson, and don't worry, this isn't my first love scene. Oh good, you're all alone. I was just about to do some laundry. This'll be much more fun. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Brownana Banana Toasters. For a perfectly toasted banana the first time and every time. Say, nice banana.
Alright, let's move. To begin with, will you calamari me? If Nadia Suleiman, better known as the Octomom, actually behaved like a female octopus, what would happen after she gave birth? She'd die, her spine would dissolve, she'd eat her children, or she'd eat the genitals of the father of her children. An octopus, much like yourself, is also terrible at trivia. No, but if she did do that, she could star in her own TV show called Octomom Nom Nom. That's how she got into this mess in the first place. Here's where the money is. Female octopuses, octopi? Whatever, die shortly after their eggs hatch, so the Octomom would unfortunately kick the bucket. Then they bury her in one casket and her uterus in another. Bucker up for I Heart Atom. If Albert Einstein had written a romantic comedy about the atomic relationship between neutrons and electrons, which Jennifer Aniston flick would have provided the most appropriate title? The Breakup, The Object of My Affection, He's Just Not That Into You, or Leprechaun? No, in order for these two particles to have broken up, they'd have to at one point been together, which they never were. So like, seriously, Neutron, get over it. You're just embarrassing yourself now. And I thought Marley and Me was sad. Wow, your answer actually makes less sense than this movie. The correct answer is... because neutrons have no electrical charge, the negatively charged electrons are not and never will be attracted to them. But I did see a picture in Us Weekly of an electron getting frozen yogurt with a proton in Palm Springs. Woo! Coming up, bed bugs, bye bye bye, and it's a toxic dis or dat. I'm gonna read you a list of 7 names. For each one, you need to tell me if it's a boy band or an insect repellent brand. If it's a boy band, press the square button. If it's insect repellent, press your circle button. Each one right gets you $300. Each one wrong costs you $300. And like someone putting a roach out of its misery, you'll want to make it quick. Answer fast for more cash. Okay, let's move. Take that! Cutter! 98 degrees! Damage! Off! Ultra pure! Ozone! Great job! Or as all 4 new kids on the block would say, job? Where's the job? Can I have a job? On a scale of Joey Fatone to Justin Timberlake, I'd say that performance was a Lance Bass. Nice, but nothing special. Don't feel too bad. Technically, all of these could be considered a kind of repellent. Come here so I can bop you on the head. I play the 98 Degrees Christmas CD to keep ants out of my kitchen.
Everybody quattro, hey!
Why not try Facelift Book? Which website would not be a fancier version of Facebook? Physiognomy Book, Natees Book, Countenance Book, or Visage Book? Face. You have no friends. Face. No, your physiognomy is your face. Face. Correct answer, show yourself. Natees Book would be a fancy name for Ass Book. And trust me, you don't want your friend to poke you on Ass Book.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Coming up next, gory. Suppose Al Gore gets gored during the running of the bulls in Spain. If he demands a recount of all the bulls and steers in the run, what will the recount find? 12 suspicious bulls and steers, 20 dubious bulls and steers, 36 fishy bulls and steers, or 51 questionable bulls and steers? Watch the time! That's a lot of bull. Fishy steers? We're playing a trivia game here and you're trying to order surf and turf? One right answer coming up. Each day of the running of the Bulls Festival, 6 bulls are released along with 6 steer, so 12 animals in total. The bull's horn didn't pierce Al Gore all the way through. It just left him with dangling chaps. Let's say so long to round 1. But you couldn't tell that by looking at your score. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And hint, hint, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. All right, let's get back to it. May I introduce I Love You, Meth Cooper. I've been watching that AMC show Breaking Bad about a high school chemistry teacher who uses his science powers for evil by manufacturing drugs. And speaking of chemistry, the title Breaking Bad contains several chemical symbols such as Br, K, N, and Ba. So now it's time for a chemistry pop quiz. Which of those symbols have I matched with the wrong name? Bromine, Br, potassium, K, nickel, N, or barium, Ba? Bromine, Br. It's right there in the very beginning. It's like you flunked out during the first day of class. I'll be giving your score a barium enema now. Allow me. N stands for nitrogen. Nickel is Ni. Chemistry was never my strong suit in high school. And by that I mean I didn't have chemistry with anyone of the opposite sex, or the same sex, really. No, for some reason, K is the symbol for potassium. Just like there's an abundance of potassium in bananas, which will go great with your brand new banana toaster from Brownana's Banana Toasters, because bananas were never meant to be eaten at room temperature. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome.
Question 7.
Here we have, this heavy metal band is confusing. What might a typical headbanger yell at a Satan-worshipping death metal concert? Neptune's moon rocks! Helicopters kick ass! Meat substitutes rule! Whales wail! Wait, hold on, give me a second. There's gotta be a way to tie this into a Uranus joke. Fail. You are spinning out of control. Here's what you meant to pick. Seitan is a common vegetarian meat substitute made from cooked wheat gluten. Yeah, that should be a pretty awesome concert.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
I call this one Refereo. I don't know if you've ever been to Rio de Janeiro, but they have that giant stone statue looming over the city called Christ the Redeemer. It's real famous. If Rio's Christ the Redeemer statue were refereeing a game played by other giant statues, what call would he be making? Touchdown, safe, traveling, or pass interference? You know, they have a tradition in Rio de Janeiro of being smart and getting questions right. Now, that must seem so foreign to you. I'm gonna have to penalize you for unnecessary dumbness. Now pay attention. The Christ the Redeemer statue's arms are stuck straight out to the sides, sort of like an umpire calling a baseball player safe. Still, Christ would make a pretty annoying ump, constantly saying things like, you know, the only way to be truly safe is to accept me as your personal savior.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, I'm not nine.
Try this on for size. Stop rhyming now, I mean it. Eating which of these snacks would make Mr. Peanut a cannibal? Corn nuts, Cracker Jacks, grape nuts, or munchies? Nuts. Yeah, you get the munchies a lot, don't you? No, and they don't have any grapes in them either, which is good for the grapes guy from the Fruit of the Loom, because he loves grape nuts. Correct answer, show yourself. Cracker Jacks is the only snack listed that contains nuts. What does Mr. Peanut eat anyway? I'm guessing it's a lot of fish. Don't know why, just seems like he'd eat a lot of fish. Maybe it's the monocle.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming? Questions.
Here's a good one. Big Dickens. Which Charles Dickens novel ends most like the way The Sopranos ended? Great Expectations, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, A Christmas Carol, or Little Dorrit? You should read the sequel to Great Expectations. It's called Suffocating Disappointment. I am the ghost of Christmas past. What the are you doing in my house? Oh, great. Now I actually have to read Little Dorrit and see if you're right or not. Daniel Doyce was waiting. There, Mr. Panks. Little Dorrit's old friend held the inkstand. She signed her name and made their usual uproar. The end. No, it's different. Where's that confounded right answer? Dickens died before finishing The Mystery of Edwin Drood, so it pretty much stops without getting to an ending, just as, love it or hate it, the last episode of The Sopranos dramatically cuts to black. I hate it when things don't have proper endings. Reminds me of a joke. A mobster, a writer, and a turn-of-the-century British street urchin walk into a... Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 if you're right, but you'll lose 4,000 if you're wrong. And don't forget,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Sequel, the subtitle. Get ready for a massive disappointment. Good luck. That's all she wrote! Nice. That was right up there with the best sequels. Godfather 2, Spider-Man 2, Weekend at Bernie's 2. Well, big shot, you achieved what everybody else in this great country strives for, filling your once empty skull with meaningless facts. Way to go. Now you're qualified to collect unemployment. You didn't do half bad. What do you want? A trophy? You know what? You can have a world's greatest grandpa regional semifinalist mug. Sometimes players do this annoying thing where they get a lot of points because they answered a lot of questions right. I don't have to worry about that with you. I think the name of that performance would be Jack Attack 2, The Slight Redemption. Well, that was something. No, you know what? I take that back. It was pretty much nothing. Maybe you should stick to activities that don't involve needing to know things. You could be a professional dirt eater or a state senator. Well, you've robbed us of the opportunity to make a sequel called Jack Attack 2, Even Fewer Points. Just don't think that's possible now.
You don't know Jack!
Nice one, folks. Okay, Danny, let us know what we're doing.
Hey, are you eager to play another round?
Oh, Janice, how do you keep your skin looking so youthful?
Well, I'll let you in on my